Hi there! Today I'm going to show you how to get into an easy reclining glute stretch, which you may already probably know, and if not, it's going to be a nice discovery as you can cater it to your own needs. My name is Ilo from Play+B, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get in and out of the pose safely and paying attention to common mistakes. If this is something that is already very accessible to you, then I would recommend that you check the next video that I have linked up here to get into a deeper stretch using a different technique to get into the pose. Take a moment to try it, experience it in your own body, and let me know how you feel. So right now we're going to have a look at our Sleeping Swan Pose, and you maybe are familiar with this pose because it's a prolongation of the pigeon pose. But in Yin we call it Sleeping Swan because we will recline all the way down, support if needed, in order to really ease yourself into the pose and find it restorative. So what you want to do first of all is there's a few options that you can come to, but since we're in a Yin class I'm going to show you from all four, so you can come to all four. And Tine is going to take her left knee behind the left wrist. She's going to bring the left foot towards the right wrist. So we aim to have the leg parallel to the front of the mat. Not accessible for a lot of us. So do whatever is correct for you. And if you start to experience pain into the knee that is bent, then I would recommend that you draw your heel towards your hips, and that way you lessen the stretch that you have in your knee. Good. Once you've done this, you're gonna plant your back toes, lift your back knee, and just push your heel back so you draw your hips down as far as you can. Yes. Release the hips down, release the knees down, let go of the toe. Good. Taking a moment here to feel like your hips are balanced and you're not falling towards the left hip and therefore towards the left side. And from there, you're slowly going to start to walk your hands forward and recline on your forearms. Yes. And this can be enough for you, or if you'd like to go further, you could also bring the hands together, open the elbows, and go all the way down into the recline version of your sleeping swan. Good. Depending on where you're coming from, you might want to use a block underneath your left hip. So if you were just to, yes, in that way, it's supporting her, especially if you feel like your left hip is falling down and the right hip is lifted. So think about it that we want this to be flat as much as we can. Good. I'm going to take the block off. And I'll just show another modification that I personally just found and really enjoy is to have a bolster, and that way I support my full hip. So if you lift all the way up, thank you so much, and you come down, it's going to support her right hip and her left glute. And it feels really, really comfortable. Yes, good. And with this pose, you could also take it a notch further by drawing the elbows in, palm of the hands together, bringing the hands behind your neck in a prayer position. Nice. So, all different options depending on what your body needs right now. And if this is too much, the whole pose is too much, then invitation to go back to reclining pigeon pose that you have as well in this course, so you can fully feel the glute working without going too deep and stopping the breath, right? So one thing that you can focus on when you're here is just literally breathing. If this is still not enough, so let me move that bolster out of you. Yes, you could add, but not super common, but you could add, so if you release your hands and you come back onto your elbows, you could add a gentle twist, and you'll twist in the direction of your open knee. So in that case, the right hand will go underneath the left elbow and the left shoulder, there we go, and you place your right shoulder down. Yes. And that way we'll take it deeper, right? We're adding the twist and we keep on releasing the hip down. So no pain in your knee. If you start to experience pain in your knee, we've already gone too far. And what you could do is simply to bend the knee, bring the heel towards the hips, and you could obviously just stay on the forearms and as well stay on your hand, right? With the support of the block, with the support of the bolster. Try it out. Find whatever pose suits you the best, and then stay with that pose a little bit. Chances are the longer you stay in the pose, the deeper you're gonna go, and therefore you're gonna open more, and next time you come to the pose, you're gonna find a bit more depth within the pose. All right, and to come out super slowly, I invite you to press, come back on your hands, plant your back toes. There we go, lift your back knee and super slowly extend your bent knee towards the back, coming into seated pose, child pose, whatever you feel like going into right now. Sometimes I also personally enjoy to move into a downward facing dog, three-legged downward facing dog, but you don't need to show it. You could just stay into your seated position. Feel free to experience and respect yourself as you practice.